Hello, this is Ben119 and welcome back to my Pikmin 1 9-day challenge. In this video we're going to be doing day 8, which is the Forest Naval, and we're going to be getting the rest of the parts. So by the end of the day we'll have every part apart from the secret safe, which we're only able to get on day 9. So we got not a massive amount to do, but we still got quite a bit of stuff. This should take around 9 or 10 minutes. So I'm going to get out 42 reds, 42 blues, and 16 yellows. Now really you only need 40 reds, 40 blues, and 15 yellows. I'm getting extra just for safety, because I know how glitchy this game can be. So here we go, I've got all my Pikmin. I'll wait for them all, I'm going to flower them up. There's 2 leaves, I don't want them getting left behind, I'd rather just flower them up. In a speed run you might just want to carry on. It might be quicker, it might not actually because of how slow they are, they might not keep up. I got 100 Pikmin, and when you got 100 Pikmin you'll really start to notice how annoying Pikmin tripping is. You don't notice it with smaller groups obviously because they are less likely to trip because there are less Pikmin. Say if there's 100 Pikmin in a group of 50 Pikmin, if you got a group of 100 obviously they'll be twice as more likely to trip, you'll get a trip because obviously there's double the amount. So you'll probably notice it here and there. So there we go. So I'm gonna put all my yellows on this bridge. So let me disband them. This can be really awkward, especially starting out in this area, disbanding them because you don't have too much room. There we go, save 20 reds. Get the rest of your blues. And we're gonna go and pick up this part that's in the water. It's pretty clever how you have to take blues over here, take the part out, then swap it with reds. There's a blue candy bud up there if you don't have many blues. Or some died. There you go. And I'm gonna show you a trick called whistle swap. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to whistle these Pikmin and disband the red ones at the same time. And they will swap straight away. Quicker than having to put them into groups and then obviously choose which group you want to pick up the part. We don't really use it very often. I think we only use it today. We're going to do it again for another part later on today. But it'd be cool if it had more uses in the game. But it doesn't, sadly. So we've got 40 blues. I had 41 actually because one stayed on the part because he's an idiot and he's just going to die. Like I was saying, if any Pikmin decide to be idiots, they'll let them die. That was the first idiot of the day. Some Wally Hops here, we got 40 blues. So we're going to put them on this piece. I usually have like 41 at this point, but obviously I lost one. I made sure to put 1 blue on that bridge as well, because I do need a blue in that area to activate this sprinkler thing. There you go, lure the Wally Hops. I'm going to lure this one over there, because he can sometimes see that part. I'm just going to wait for this part to get onto land. Wait for it to fully get onto land, there you go. I know if you want it to be optimal, you want to whistle them off really soon, but it doesn't hurt to wait a few more seconds, because if you take them off the part too early, it can sometimes slip into the water and then the reds can't really get it. So I'm going to put all these blues away because we don't need them. And I'm going to get out reds. So on day 3, I decided to get the spring instead of the beady longlegs. Really, in a 9-day run, you'd want to do beady longlegs instead of the spring, and then you want to get the spring now because it saves time. But back then, I didn't really know how to defeat the beady longlegs with reds. It's actually a lot easier than it looks. A lot of people say defeating the beady longlegs with reds is harder than doing it with yellows, but I disagree. I actually think doing it with reds is easier than doing it with yellows, because the whole fight is quicker, and it's just easier. I'll show you why. Maybe if you're going for like a super optimal fight, yellows may be easier, but I just find reds to be easier, because we don't have to worry as much about losing them as well. We've got 41, so what you want to do is just let him do his thing, walk about like a spider. And then when he lowers his head down, throw as many Pikmin as you can on his head, and just keep throwing. Even when he shakes them off, just keep throwing reds. Just keep throwing. Because when there's a certain amount of Pikmin on his head doesn't go high enough to make it inaccessible. His head just stays at a height where you can throw Pikmin on. Which I didn't even know about until recently. Really weird mechanic. So this part can actually hold 40 Pikmin, so we might as well put on all 40 because I don't have any other use for these reds at the moment. Maybe you could put like 35 and take the other reds over to where I'm going now to speed up the part that's over there. But I didn't really think about that because I'm dumb. I'm not really dumb, but I've not really ran all parts seriously. This isn't really a run, this is just a 9-day challenge, but I've done 9-day a few times, so I'm trying to optimize it a little bit. So there we go past the blowhog. Funny how we don't even kill any of these blowhogs, we just leave them all alive. Just carry everything past them with reds. So go past here, this bridge will be done. Unless you're like Sonic fast, which I don't think is possible to be fast enough to beat that if you're doing BD long legs as well. Let that blue do his work on the sprinkler thing. If you leave 2 blues here, obviously it'll be done twice as quick. Well, I only had 1, so I had to wait a little bit, which was a bit annoying. So when he's done, he will disband. So just throw him over to the side. I'm gonna go up here, get all my yellows, and I'm gonna aim at this part and throw. Like so. Now I'm gonna jump down, zoom in the camera, get all these Pikmin. The reason I zoom in the camera is because when Pikmin fall down with the part can bounce. And there's a very small chance it can bounce into the void. And there's no way of getting it back, it doesn't even respawn back in its original location. It's really dumb. That part is back. So, we're just gonna get all these other Pikmin. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I did another whistle swap, I'm not sure if you saw. And I'm going to head back to the ship and get the rest of the reds that are back there and carry that last part back and speed up that part back there. And then we will be done once they get back. So there's not that much to do, as you can tell. I always think there's going to be loads to do on day 8, but there's never really that much to do. You get what I mean? So bring these Pikmin over here, span them, get these reds, go down here. If you wanted to, you could get Forest Naval out of the way and do it on day 4, do what I'm doing here on day 4, but you'd have to grow more blues on day 3. Which wouldn't be too much of a problem. But I like to do Distant Spring on day 5 because I like getting Distant Spring out of the way. Because Distant Spring's really annoying. I don't know why, it just is. So many things that can go wrong if you're a beginner. And I class myself as a beginner. Because I only do 9-day. So, like I was saying before, I have a few spare Pikmin here that I'm going to kill. This red here I'm going to drown. The reason I'm doing this is because I've speeded up all the parts and there's nothing else to do. I don't need all these Pikmin for day 9. So these Pikmin have been idiots. They've probably tripped over, they've probably not picked up things when I haven't wanted them to, so I'm going to kill them. These yellows are really annoying to kill actually. I think this one ended up surviving. He's lucky. He might die tomorrow though on the final boss. I'll make sure he gets it. I don't know. Maybe I should be kinder to the Pikmin, maybe they'll be better. But I tried that before and it just doesn't work. There we go. So we've got 29 out of 30 parts. We've just got 1 part left in the final trial. And that's pretty cool. So yeah, day 8 is done. Forest Naval's done. Everything is done. Apart from final trial. So, day 9 will be soon. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here. If you have enjoyed this series, please let me know, and I may make more content like this. Day 9 will be soon. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Bye.